game that a lot of you are gonna like. It's called Sigil of the Magi. This is a roguelike deck builder with turn-based combat. Here's how I'm gonna compare it to games you probably know. Slay the Spire styled navigation and path choosing, but with Into the Breach styled micro battles. But then instead of just using abilities like you would in Into the Breach, you're using cards from your deck that you're building throughout this. It's really cool. I'm going to just dive in and show you what this is like. It's developed by Young Just Young, and it's published by the Iterative Collective that is helping to sponsor this video as well, so thank you for that. When you start, there's 3 different parties that you can choose. You've got the Royal Vanguard, the Guild of Shadows, and the Far East. Each of them operate a little bit differently. You can hover over them to see what some of their passives are. We're going to run with the Royal Vanguard, the Knight, the Archer, and the Wizard. You can view your deck here, but we'll just let that be a surprise. I abandoned my previous run that I was really into, so I hope you guys appreciate that. This you're going to be very familiar with. Choose your path. How do we get there? Well, we need to get to here. That's fine. I think going down south probably provides a good mix of things that we could run into here. So we start with a basic enemy encounter, then we have a treasure, then we'll have an event, then we'll have elites, and we'll just see how we do. Let's begin. So here's how this works. When you start, you get to place your party into this designated zone. The Knight, we want him to be like tanking. He's going to be able to build up armor and do basic attacks and stuff. Then you have your Archer for longer range. We kind of want to have her sort of protected. And then the Wizard, we kind of want to put between the two all the time because of their passives, which we'll get into in a second here. So if you look at the Knight, their passive is called Defensive Formation. At the end of the player's turn, the Knight's going to gain 2 armor for each adjacent occupied tile. The Archer has steady hand, so if they didn't move this turn, then their base damage increases by 50%, which is pretty strong. And then we also have the Wizard's Aura that provides +1 power, which is extra damage to any adjacent ally. And if the Wizard's adjacent to 2 allies, then the Wizard gets +1 power. So that's why I've positioned him in here. And power also impacts armor. So when you're casting armor spells, then you get +1 armor if your power is increased that way. So we're going to start here. Now, one of the cool things about this game is that it does show you enemy attack order, but it also shows you who they're targeting and what order they're targeting them in. So, for example, this guy is going to target our Knight first. That makes sense. Then if he couldn't do that, he would target the Wizard. If he couldn't do that, he would target the Archer. You can see the 1, 2, 3 here. This guy is going to attack the Wizard, but if we change things and make it so that he can't attack the Wizard, then he would attack the Knight. This guy down here is going to attack our Archer, and then you get it, right? You get it. So how do we want to tackle this? This is the cards that we can cast. Now, each of them belong to different team members. So the Wizard can use the Wizard stuff, the Ranger can use the range stuff, and so on and so forth. This is our mana down here. This is our draw pile. This is not the order of the draw pile, but this is what's left in our deck, as I'm sure most of you are familiar with. So let's see if we can start taking some of these guys out. You can also see here this tableau of cards that the enemy is going to cast, and they're going to cast these in that order if able. So for planning and coming up with a cool strategy, you should be able to kind of figure things out. So they have this Relentless skill that's going to burn after use, which means it's a single-use card. Once you use a burn card, it's gone from your deck for that encounter. So they will acquire a passive ability called Relentless, where they gain 2 power at the start of each turn. So the longer that they're out there, the stronger they're going to become. This guy's also going to cast Relentless, and this guy's going to cast Relentless. So we're not super concerned about getting too much damage just yet. If we look here, we can gain armor, we can provoke. This is a burn card for us, but we're just going to use damage. So Far Shot is a range of 3 to 4. Can be a little bit tough to target, but if you notice here, all of these tiles, these are the ones that you can hit. We're going to aim up here and do as much damage up top as we can. The Wizard Staff's the range of 1 to 3. So we'll throw that up here as well. And then we need, well, we can just use another one here. We'll take one of them out, which is exceptional. Provoke is a free one to use. And what we can do is we can place this into our tableau here and use it in the future. There's also some cards that do more things based on how many cards you have in your tableau. So in order to do this, you have to spend its mana cost. So I was able to do that because it's a free one. And then I can save that for future rounds. If I was to put defend in there, it would cost me a mana to store it, but then I would have it for future rounds. So anyways, we'll end the turn and we'll see how they operate here. Okay. So enemy turn, he's casting that Relentless, as we saw. So they're going to start to get stronger for each turn. And now they're going to go into their next attack, which is a basic melee attack. These guys are like, you know, these are your grunts. You're at the start of your run, and they're easy, in theory. So how are we going to deal with them now? Well, we could play this now from our tableau because we don't keep cards. If we don't use them, they're discarded and you draw new ones. But because we save this, this might be pretty good. Maybe what I'll do, you can also move your guys up to 3 tiles each turn if you want. Vulnerable Puddle. I'm going to say let's not do that. And if I wanted to attack here, we can only attack in the direct squares aside. You can't attack on the diagonal, unfortunately. So I don't really want to move him there. I'm going to have to move him here. And then we'll go with a little slash action. Now you are, of course, at the mercy of the cards. So if you didn't get any like ranger skills, then like that's too bad. So I think what I'm going to end up doing is tucking our ranger back in here. This guy is going to be trying to attack the ranger, but now they would attack the wizard. And we do have a defensive aura. So grant 8 armor to self and any adjacent allies. I actually don't hate it. So I think we go here, we get the wizard buff. This is pretty expensive, but we're not going to be able to clear these guys. So I think having the armor is pretty good in this situation. This guy does want to attack over here. So that's something to consider. Provocation, I can only cast on our knight. So I guess I could do that. We can cast this now. Oh, wait, can I not? Oh, my bad. I have to target them, duh. Okay, so there we go. So now you can see that they're going to be targeting the knight instead. I don't have any more things to cast, so let's let them do their thing. We have a bunch of armor there. Let's see how they do. Okay, so this guy couldn't even reach, which is excellent. This is fine. And now we might be able to clear them. This defensive aura is very expensive. Armor does not carry over between rounds, but 2 mana for another one might be useful, if for no other reason than, well, who are you attacking? You're going to go for the wizard, but he won't be able to reach. So you could probably then come here and attack there as your second option, which is fine. I think we're gonna clear the board a bit. Now, health doesn't get healed between battles either, so that's something we need to keep in mind. And yeah, I guess you probably come over there and attack him. So maybe we'll just go for damage, and then next turn for sure we can take them out. This is free. I might as well throw it on there. I guess I could have stored that for when I know I'm going to get attacked by them, right? That probably would have been the better play. That said, here we are. So let's go. I need 8 damage there. Wizard staff for 8. And we can move on. Now, in true like Slay the Spire deck building fashion, we get some rewards. So we get gold and we get to add a card to our deck. Now, of course, we don't always want to add cards because you want your deck to be a well-oiled machine. And you want to kind of be able to trim it down to be only cards that you want to draw because you're constantly redrawing the same cards in your deck. Patient Blade deals 5 damage plus 3 damage this combat. For each turn, this card stays on the card rack. So that's kind of cool. So you would put this blade into your card rack or your tableau right at the start, and then it's going to build up damage over the course of the combat. That's pretty cool. Stand Firm, plus 2 power, which impacts your armor and your damage. Gain 7 armor at the end of turn if Archer did not move. Debuffs -2 power. Interesting. And then here, blood armor. So grant 8 armor, but inflict 1 bleed, which I don't know that we want to mess with. I'm going to take Patient Blade. You can also see then what the upgrade is. So +4 damage every turn that stays on the rack. Very cool. Because you can, of course, upgrade your cards, as you would imagine. Let's go here to the treasure and see what we find. 24 gold and a stuffed idol. So we also have these, like, trinkets that will impact your entire run. So here, once per turn, if you have 10 cards in hand, +2 mana, and all champions... Wow. +2 mana and all champions gain 1 power. Now, I don't know how I'm going to be able to get to 10 cards in hand, but there must be some situations where we can encourage a bunch of card draw, because I can't get to 10 cards in hand unless this also counts cards on your rack, but I don't think so, because it's specifically saying hand. So we'll have to keep our eye open for a way to do that. Here's a chest here. It sits in a clearing in the middle of a forest. Gold coins glisten from within, illuminated by the sun's rays. Few loose, thorny vines surrounding the chest. Doesn't seem to be any apparent danger. This is definitely trapped, but I'm going in anyways. Everybody took some damage, but we did get some coins. I'm gonna take more. Look at this. Okay, take damage and obtain a random relic. I'm going for it. So we got a wooden fish. If 2 or fewer cards were played during your turn, gain 1 mana next turn. Storing cards does not count as playing. Okay, so that actually works very well with that other card that we got, the Patient Blade. Very cool. Okay, so now we're gonna have an elite. Let's see how this goes. Twist the Knife. They deal 10 damage and inflict vulnerable. They're also passive bickering twins. If the twins are not adjacent to each other at the end of turn, gain 8 armor. Oh, interesting. So they have melee attacks and they have ranged attacks. You can see on their tableau there. This is cool. So how are we going to play this? We've got some slashes here, but no way to reach them. Bush. Grant 4 armor to any unit occupying this tile at the end of their turn. And this is one of the cool things that a game like Into the Breach did, where specific tiles had cool little elemental interactions, and this is great. So I think putting you in there is fine, and then we'll kind of protect, maybe behind here. We'll do this, and we'll put our wizard back there. Okay. So this is a decent example of where we may want to just store some cards, right? Because these guys, like, they're not going to be able to reach us. And we're not going to be able to reach them. But, like, I'm not moving in there. You know what I mean? So I might just use a bunch of... Actually, they may... So this guy is actually going to do Flying Dagger. Because that's first for him. And this guy's going to go melee. Do I know how far that is? No, but it's going to inflict weak, which sucks. So he may be able to attack us. He may be able to. So who's he targeting? Looks like he's trying to target the wizard. I may just throw 7 armor here. And then I'm thinking I'm going to store Far Shot. And I'm going to store the wizard staff as well. And I think that's okay for us. So now Wooden Fish would trigger. So next turn, we're going to gain an extra mana as well. Love that. Moved up. Okay, so didn't actually shoot, which means he must not have the range. So he probably, this is probably like a 2 range type situation, I imagine. And they didn't split up either. You would think that they would kind of want to split up, because then they would gain the armor. Interesting. So here's the Patient Blade, right? So I'm gonna put this on here right away. So that's gonna start to build up damage. And now I have 3 mana left still. Wizard Staff for 8 damage. I like it, but I'm gonna need to move there first. And I think this whole turn, what we're gonna do is, you're attacking the wizard, you're attacking the ranger. Or the archer. Yeah, okay. So we'll Wizard Staff here. hit the one that doesn't have armor. And then I think I'm just going to add armor here. And then I can still move. I thought I might be able to move back there, but I don't have the movement because it was 2 to get there. I guess maybe I'll provoke. Yeah, I think I will provoke here. That's fine. I get a lot of armor. I might still take the weak status effect, but that's life. Could have maybe used the far shot there. Maybe the wizard staff instead, but I think that's fine. There it is. Okay. Okay, I don't hate it. I don't hate it. So now, +3 damage this combat. For each turn, the card stays on the card rack. So does that count for last turn? Because if I use this, it's dealing 6. Why is that dealing 6? I'm not exactly sure. Oh, because of the power. So I don't think that +3 has not been applied yet. So we're gonna hold that for a bit. Wizard staff. We have one in hand, so we might as well play that. Far shot's pretty good. They're both looking to go for... They're both looking to go for the archer. This guy, 1, 2, 3, could probably shoot the archer. But this guy with melee, 1, 2, 3, cannot. But he'll probably go for the wizard, 1, 2, 3, or not. I guess he's gonna go here and both attack this unit. And he will have armor because of the bush. So that's kind of cool. Let's do this. So we're gonna armor up a little bit more. And then we're gonna do some range damage here. And we're gonna do some more range damage here. These guys have a ton of health. I wonder if he's gonna go here and do this. I'll take the armor. I'll take the armor. Okay. Okay. That's fine by me. And yep, he did that. Perfect. So what I like about this is, first of all, it does show you their attacks, right? Think very Into the Breach style, right? It's going to show you where they're going to go, what they're going to do. That's fine. But it's got this whole priority system. So it's not just go here and do that, but you also have to think, okay, if I change my layout, if I block this or if I put someone here, they have to then adjust and go in that order of priority, which I think is really cool. Okay, so now this is up to 11 damage. So I don't know if it just didn't show that on the second round, but it's up to 11, which is insane. Plus the power. I mean, I think we just let that rock. So they're going for the ranger and for the knight. I don't know if I need to do that. I mean, okay, so health is important because there's limited ways to heal, and you don't heal between rounds. So maybe I will give everybody armor here. And then I need to deal 8. But I'm going to try to focus down the weaker guy first. And then Patient Blade will build up, and that can be like a solid finisher for us. Fine by me. Totally fine by me. Okay. So now this guy's going Flying Dagger at the knight, and he's going Twist the Knife at the knight. It looks like these status effects don't get applied if block does its job. So that's great to see. Let's block there. And they're both going knight here. So what I'm thinking is this is up to 14 damage now. I like that. I think we're just going to go 2 shoots here, and then I'll move the knight up and slash to finish 1. Now this guy's alone, but they're not going to be adjacent to each other, so I'm curious to see then if he's going to start getting that armor. He should. He should, and he's probably going to go into that bush, so let me actually go back there now. You can use your 3 movement in any way you want, before or after you play cards, which is really nice. I think I'll just store this, actually. That's fine by me. Okay, so yes, now he's getting that 8 armor. So I guess what we should have done is kind of whittle them down together and then just go for something like really heavy, right? So why is Patient Blade now at 11 damage instead of higher? +3 damage this combat. For each turn this card stays on the rack. Interesting. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not sure. There could be a bit of a bug there, but... So now we have to get through that every time, which is kind of not cool. He's going to go for the... He's going to go for the archer and then the wizard. I guess we'll do this. And we'll do that to negate all of this damage. Oh, it was only 8. I thought he was doing that big attack that we saw before. That's fine. Little overkill and not getting any damage out, but tough life for us. Okay, so now he's in a pretty good position. Okay, so now it's up to 20. So it does appear that Patient Blade has a bit of a bug where, like, every second turn it's being updated. That's the vibe that I'm getting there. I do need to actually move away to be able to do this. Shoot's not dealing a ton of damage. Let me come down here. And then we're getting a little bit more because of the adjacency bonus there. So we're going to do this. Get through that shield. Wait, is he going up to 60 every time? He's at 54 now. I think we just let this keep building. And I will just do a slash here. So he's down to 47. That's fine. Okay, so 47 and 8. Who's he attacking? He's attacking our archer here. Let's do... I should probably do this. So this is the one I thought he was doing before, that flying dagger. We'll go 8 armor. We'll do dexterity for free. And then the most damage I can get out is obviously this one. I guess I'll far shot here. Oh, I'm gonna have to move. Now, if I move, who's his next target? The wizard at 8? I don't necessarily want to do that. And I feel like I should just let this keep building because this armor that they have is actually very annoying. So this attack won't actually do anything, unfortunately. So maybe what I'll do is just store a card so that Wooden Fish can trigger and I'll get more mana next turn. Yeah, that's the play right there. Who are you targeting now? Wizard. Okay, so we're going to do Defensive Aura. This thing is up to 25. I do need to kind of get further away. You can go here. Far shot. What do I have here? Oh, I'm weakened. That's why. That's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. Okay, so let's go Wizard Staff here. And then we'll do a slash here to get down to 41. We'll save the archer stuff. And we'll do... Wizard's going to block all 8 of that already, so that's totally cool. Let's just do this, and we'll take 1 weaker shot. It's not the end of the world. Okay. We're saving our health pool, which I'm happy with. I'm very happy with. Who are you attacking now? So you're going to go for the knight and deal 8. I should probably just sit there and try to deal damage with these guys. Let's bring our wizard back for the buff. We do the 7 here. That's good. This is now up to 28. And that means... Let's go, baby. That worked out perfectly. So we got 100 gold. We get to add a card. And guard, so gains 8 armor and draws. Leaden Arrow. Deals 6 damage, plus 1 damage this turn whenever your team gains armor. Yeah, I mean, it's not bad. We do gain armor a lot. Or Siphon, remove target's armor and deal 9 damage. Gain armor equal to the armor. Oh, that's really good. That's really good. Yeah, we'll take that. Yep. Okay, Amulet of Protection. For every 2 cards played on a single champion in a turn, said champion gains 3 armor. Okay, that's cool. Okay. Okay. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Now, do we go to another enemy and then to a merchant? What do we have here? A rest. This probably just lets us heal. That's probably what we should do. It's probably what we should do. Let's go here for the treasure. 26 gold, Amber. The first time you burn a card each turn, gain a mana. I mean, we only have 1 burn card in the deck. It's this Provocation. So basically it's now gain 4 armor, inflict provoked, and burn, and gain a mana. So I don't hate it. Basically cast it for free. Let's see what the rest is. Individual heal, we can do group rest. So 1 person can gain 50, group can gain 25, or you can upgrade a card in your deck. I do feel like we have to group rest here. Upgrading a card would obviously be nice, and I have a bunch of gold too, so if I could get to a merchant here, that would be excellent. Do I go for another elite? I guess going for the elite here is better than going here, because then I can go to a merchant. I could decide to do an event instead. Let's do this and see what they throw at us. Okay, this is 1 big boy elite, Ironclad Brute. 14 damage, knock back 2 tiles, receive 5 damage if knocked into a tile that is already occupied. So that's going to be problematic, definitely. Definitely problematic. Let's do something like this for now. Okay. Okay. Who's he going for? So he's going to go here. So I imagine he can also only move 3. I don't know. I've never seen him before. I've never seen him, so who knows? Oh, I can just click him. Good to know. I can click him. So right now, we should be totally safe. He's going to cast Innerve, which will grant him +1 movement and 1 power. That's not great. That is not great for me. I just need to stay out of that range. Provocation, Siphon. Okay, so I'm going to actually store this. Remove target's armor. He doesn't have any currently, but I'm going to store this as well. And I might even just store Defensive Aura here. Kind of a whole, like, prep round. And maybe I'll even store Dexterity. And then I'm going to get, Wooden Fish. And I'll get more mana next turn. I don't hate it. Okay. So now, he didn't cast his card yet, so that's fun, because now he's not going to do anything. He is just going to cast this next turn. Yeah. How should we deal with that? We definitely need to get damage in now. So, first of all, I need to make space for this. So I need to use... Man, none of these are great. So I will just cast this. Just to clear a spot. And we'll put Patient Blade in here to start building patience, right? Then we'll start far-shotting here. That's fine. We're going to Wizard Staff as well. And doesn't look like he's going to do an attack. It looks like he's going to do this Innerve. So I'll maybe store... Oh, I can't. Yeah, none of these are things I want to cast right now, is the problem. So we're just going to have to burn those, unfortunately. Or, I guess, figuratively burn them, because that's an actual in-game mechanic. Okay, now he begins. So now he's going to come in for Bash, dealing 15 damage and knockback. 1, 2... So he can't actually reach her to hit, which means he's going to come here. He's going to go right here and knock back, which is a lot of damage. We want to try to avoid that if we can. So here we will actually grant armor. And I will provoke here to gain the additional armor. And we're going to gain the mana from the Amber. Love that. And now we can shoot some range damage here. We're going Wizard Staff. We're going not Siphon. I do feel like this would still... Yeah, it's still going to deal the 9. I don't know... He might not have... Yeah, it doesn't look like he has ways to gain that. So Siphon probably isn't going to be useful to us. We might as well just use the damage aspect. And then I can store Dexterity here. And instead of me moving... Well, actually... He's going to knock me back that way, right? I wonder if you take damage bumping up against the wall. I guess there's only one way to find out. But if I come up here... How much is he dealing? 15? So if I stay in here, I won't take any of that damage. So I'll just store the slash as well. I love this, like, storing cards on the tableau mechanic. It's super neat. Yeah, okay, nice. So I didn't seem to take damage bumping there, which is great. Now who's he going for? So now he wants to go for the Ranger, which he could do, in theory. It's 11 damage basic melee attack. His second target's going to be the Wizard, which is unfortunate. We could move the Wizard away, though, so that might be an option. Might be an option. Okay, let's go Far Shot here. Let's go... He's going to attack the Wizard. Magic Armor. It's either that or we run with the Wizard, but then he's going to attack her. So I think what we kind of want to do is manipulate him into attacking our Knight, where there will at least be some armor. Right? I think that's a pretty good play. I think that's decent. On here we have Patient Blade, we have Slash, we have Dexterity. I think we'll go here. And then we will... where's his range to? Yeah, so I need to get outside of that, which I can do. And I'll go here. So he has to attack there. We're going to block all of it, actually. And he's not going to do knockback. So I think that's okay. We're up to 14 armor. Totally fine. That's actually smart that he positioned himself there. So good for him. Who does he want to attack now? The Wizard. Okay. So Siphon deals 8. We'll do that. And then I'll move you here. Actually, shouldn't have done that. Shouldn't have. Oh, I moved too far too. Oh, that's unfortunate. Because I should have taken the power, right? Either way, now he's going to target up there. I can use a defend for armor. And maybe we just do... I think we just do a slash here. That'll take me up to 11. He's going to now reapply his Innerve thing. But I did misplay that on those moves. A little too far away, unfortunately. You can do this. Restart turn, undo everything, and reset to the start of this turn. I don't know if that's... Yeah, okay. That's neat. I don't mind that. I do feel like, in a way, this could be something that is like a limited use, or you have to earn it or unlock it along your path or something like that. But either way. Okay, so we're going to do this damage instead, like so. Then we're going to do Wizard Staff damage. Or we'll Siphon, actually. We'll Siphon. Okay. Now I'm capable of dealing 13. That's not enough. But now we can move. And we'll throw on that armor. So that's cool. Actually, I think people are going to like that they can just redo a turn if they're like, that didn't work out the way that I thought. I would like if this was a little bit more of a limited use situation. He's going to go for the Wizard. Not too problematic there. I think we might be able to kill him. Let's do the Patient Blade. 24. I got 10 there. And so I got 24. Yeah, I got 27, actually. I just need to make sure I get close enough. There we go. Oh, you know what? I lost the bonus. I lost the bonus because he is, because we moved, right? We get that steady hands bonus, but I couldn't hit from that location anyways, so it didn't really matter, I guess. Who's he going after? The wizard? And he's going with that big 16 knockback. Yikes. Okay, well, we could undo it, but I kind of feel like I'm not going to do it that way. Let's do that. Our wizard's going to take a bit of a wallop here. It's going to hurt. Yikes. You'll be fine, buddy. You'll be fine. Here is your revenge. All right. Some gold. Add a card to your deck in the Golden Pig. Well, you have 10 cards in hand. Playing a card deals 50% more damage and grants 50% more armor. There's got to be some card draw stuff that we just don't have access to yet. Here's Recoil. Deal 11 damage and knock back target by a tile. Knock back to self in the opposite direction. Very into the breachy. And you regain your max movement. That's cool. +1 range and power. Okay. So you can use this to buff yourself, or you can, I think, debuff an enemy. I think that's the way that plays. Or blood armor. Grant armor and inflict bleed. I'm going to try Recoil here. Okay. So now, there's an event here, or we go to the merchant. I feel like we should go to the merchant because I have so much money. I'm going to do that. Okay, doke. Look at these. 468. We could remove cards. Deal 3 damage twice to any targets. Inflict weak. That weak is very strong. This inflicts vulnerable and weak, but it's 2 mana. Deal 9 damage to any enemy that ends his turn within range. That's pretty cool, but also very expensive. Whenever a champion inflicts a negative status effect on a target, they gain 2 armor. Not great for us. Whenever a champion inflicts a negative status effect on a target, also inflict bleed. Or on even-numbered turns, all even-numbered attacks inflict vulnerable. That's kind of cool. I'm just going to buy that and just hope that we do it a couple times. Overflow. Deal 14 damage, -1 mana cost this turn whenever a card is played. So you play that a couple... Okay, I think I could work with that. 11 damage to adjacent tile and all adjacent tiles. That's kind of cool. Choose any 2 targets and swap their armor. I think I'm going to take this where I can inflict weak. It's also low mana cost, so I don't want to get too crazy. And maybe I could go to remove some stuff here. Like, what's something I don't like casting? Honestly, right now, not a lot. This overflow could be very interesting. I actually think we'll just keep it. Okay. So now we have a basic fight. Oh, look, it's a little pup. It's a little pupper. Brute there. This guy has guard. Gain 4 armor at the start of each turn. And he's got inflame. This guy has relentless. This guy just attacks. This guy just attacks with knockback. Okay, this is going to maybe get a little sweaty down here. We'll see. We will see. Okay. Let's begin. Range 1 to 3, defensive aura. I don't think... It's like this guy, he'll attack. That's fine. This is all fine for right now. Because he's gonna get 4 armor there. I think what we'll do... This is 2 to 3. If I come up... Who are you targeting first? Let's go here. We'll shoot the little pupper, and then we'll come back. And then we'll just grant a little magic armor here. And I will store Siphon for now. And I think that gives us the extra mana on the wooden fish. Oh, a little blocky poo. Well, this is pretty good. Remove the armor, deal 8 damage, and gain armor equal to the armor removed in this situation. So that'll do. This guy's doing a basic melee punch. Won't be able to reach. 1, 2, even if he goes here. So he'll have to attack there. This guy, I don't know if he's going to be able to do anything because of the rock and because of this guy. What's their turn order? Actually, he's going to go first, so he can get there. I don't know if that's a problem. And then this dude, I think, is okay if we just kind of hunker in our current position. So let's just slash here. We do have dual shot. Inflicting weak. I think we should save that for when they get closer to us. And then a wizard staff for 8. If I were to do like... If I moved him over and then moved him up 2 to be able to hit that, is that worth it? I don't think so. I'm going to stack this recoil. And I'm going to throw this armor on to see if they are going to end up hitting him. Yeah, okay, cool. Glad we did it. So now we do have a couple things to be concerned about. So this guy, he's going to come in and hit here. And he's going to have that knockback, which is not good, but it's going to knock him down here. Basic melee and basic melee, both on that guy. Understandable. Let's store Patient Blade, obviously. We can do the knockback, but it's going to also knock us back. Man, there's so many cool little complexities here already. Overflow, that's going to be tough to play. This would be much better if we had a whole bunch of 0-cost cards. If I did... Man, if I did Dexterity, and then I did Recoil, I have to move like this. So Recoil this. So they bounce, we bounce, right? Then I have Overflow, and I can kill this guy, which I think is pretty solid. But I actually only need to use Shoot. I only need to use Shoot here. And then I could deal even more damage. Who's this guy coming to attack? He's coming to attack the wizard. Don't love it. 4 damage twice to any target or targets. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is this. We kill him. This guy's the big damage we have to be concerned about. And he's going to attack the wizard, potentially, and do knockback. This guy's just dealing 7, and he's going to attack our knight, who I can move into here. And she needs 2 to 3. You're going for the wizard, but if I block that, then you're going to attack her instead. You know what? I might do this. This is 2 to 3 range, actually, so I can't. Actually, yeah, 2 is like, I think 1, 2 like that, right? Yeah. Okay. So we're going to do... Actually, why don't I just put weak on both of them? Why don't I do that? Because I can't from this position. So let's just put it here. This is fine. If he now attacks here, which he probably will because he's first in turn order. Actually, no, he'll probably go up and do this. And then he's going to be in this position so that the brute then will want to... He's going to have to attack her, which sucks. But he's weak, so it might not be too bad. He just might come down here and then push her into him. So I might just create a little space like that. And then overflow is now free. So I didn't consider that, but that is very cool that I can get that down to 0, and I can still cast this. So that worked out inadvertently very well. Very well. That's fine. And I just didn't want to stack these in case the order of operation happened differently than I expected, but okay. So I need 7 damage there. That I can do. Oh, I'm down to 6 because I moved. Oh my god. Okay, let's do this. Patient Blade. Who are you attacking? Yeah, so let's go in here. He's only gonna deal what? 9. I'll throw on a defend. That'll take me up over what I need. I don't even need to do this, but I'll just store it. And then next turn, we should be able to finish here. Okay. +2 power at the start of each turn. Yeah, that could get scary, but it's not going to, bud. It's not gonna. I need a 7. Or I need 21. I don't know where 7 came from. Let's do that. I probably should have come down here for my wizard buffs, right? That's what I should be doing. Keep the good habits going, you know? Gold and a card. Inflicts crippled. Grant 4 armor 2 times to any target. +2 armor if the target has only been selected once. Oh, so you could basically do 6 armor to 2 targets, or 8 to 1. That's kind of what I'm getting there. Gain 8 armor and transfer half of total armor to another target. Interesting. Let's do the arcane shields. Okay. So now we have 1 more rest. I think we should just fully heal the wizard. Everyone else is like pretty good. Let's do that. And we'll see what the boss is like. The boss is bossing. There's a lot of things. Hunter Supreme. 11 damage and crippled. Has triple hook. Deal 1 damage 3 times. Inflict bleed. Oh, this is going to get real dicey here. Real dicey. Okay. Wish me luck. We're going in. We're going in deep. So we're going to store a couple things, because these guys I don't think are going to be able to do anything here. Let's store Siphon. Let's store Dexterity. For free. Let's store Shoot. And we'll store Defend. And then we'll get extra mana next turn. It's a pretty good little relic to have, actually, because it seems like most of your starting turns, unless the map's very small, you kind of have like this prep situation, right? I do have Far Shot here. I should probably ping someone if I can. That's pretty good damage. So you can get attacked, and you will get attacked for 6, but we can use Dexterity here to get you some armor. Oh, I should have moved in here to get that +1. Didn't do it. Let's do... We'll go here. Not much else I can really do. I'll store Provocation. And let's see what they do here. Okay, so now this is where the pain's coming in. So he wants to cast Grant 2 power, 6 armor, and heal 10 HP for all allies. So if we don't kill somebody here, then we're just going to waste that turn, essentially. -1 mana cost this turn for every card played, yeah. This guy wants to hit down here, but he's not going to be able to. He will be able to go here. Or he'll go here if this guy gets killed, which we kind of want to do. Yeah. This guy is actually vulnerable because he's in that pool. And the buff from not moving is pretty solid. Can I kill him though? Because they are gonna heal. That's the tricky part. Let's do the dual shot. Yeah, we can do this. Because of the vulnerable stacking with the steady hands there. If I move my wizard up and then do that, it should work. That'll do, baby. Then, Overflow is going to get cast for free if we play some more cards. I could provoke this guy. We'll put Patient Blade on. This guy can't do anything. This guy's going to cast Encourage, it looks like. This is quite nice. But I could also cast that for free. If I, quote unquote, play my cards right. I can just take some damage here. This is not the end of the world. I'll do this. We'll do the slash. And then we'll do Overflow. And then he is going to get attacked for 8. So we'll just do this. Beautiful. 152 health. Frick, that's a lot. Okay, so now everybody's got their armor, and now he's going to start attacking for 13 and inflicting crippled. So he's going to go for the wizard there. Let's do this. Okay. So I want to end the turn over here and casting defensive aura. Or actually, this could work out great. He takes that damage, I bounce back, and then I'm there. I don't even have to use a move. So he cannot get to the wizard, but he can get here, which he'll probably do. He can get to the wizard, inflicting crippled, so movement's restricted, but that's fine. 2 shots. I'm gonna do it like this, okay? Oh yeah, but he's got that block. Okay, let's just do this. Then you can come back here. Oh, I overcast. I overcast, you guys. I did it. Okay, so he can't attack the wizard, but he can attack the knight, and he will. This guy's going to inflict crippled on the wizard. And 13 damage. I kind of misplayed that. I can get him down to 1, but that kind of feels bad. I could provoke him, actually. I could provoke him for free. Yeah, let's do this. We're going to provoke this guy, and then we're going to go magic armor here. So we're going to get 7 plus 4 from the bush. We'll take very little damage. And I could... Oh, nice. Never mind. Okay, didn't need to provoke. My bad. Overthought it. Classic. Classic overthought there. Now we just go ham. So this guy's going to do 3 damage 3 times, inflict 2 bleed each time target loses HP. And he's going to go for the archer. So we'll put a little bit of block there. She has to move to get to him, unfortunately. So let's do this. This is decent damage. This is better damage. Okay, that's fine. All even... Okay, so on even numbered turns, do we see a turn timer here? How do we know which turn it is? I don't know. But then it says even numbered attacks inflict vulnerable. So I don't know if that means like the damage. What's he doing now? Basic ranged attack. Okay. Okay, okay. Let's go in there to give buffs. Don't think I can trigger an overflow. Who are you attacking? You're going to attack the knight. Now, if I go here... Actually looks like they're going to have to attack here. Even though I see these red things underneath, it's making me a little confused. But I feel like because it's range, it's like this. Let's see what happens here. Okay, didn't totally work the way I was hoping. Yeah, because they could just move and do it. Makes sense, overthought it. Okay. Let's go here. We're gonna have to move again. But we'll inflict weak. I should have looked at encourage, because that's not going to be an attack. Still building up Patient Blade. I don't think we're going to die. It's just could have done this a little bit more optimally, I think. Still, I gotta have to move again. Who are you attacking? It's a ranged attack, inflicting crippled. So we'll give this. And then you can come in. Do that. Do another slash. Okay. And so that applied that vulnerable, it looks like. Okay, so crippled means she can't move much, but it doesn't matter because now we can just stay there and pelt damage here. That's 10. That's 10. Who are you attacking? Again, so we're going to go armor. And you're doing that bleed. That's 7. This is the Patient Blade. I think we just keep building that. No sense in using it yet. I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this. Shoot again. If I could trigger this overflow somehow. I think actually I can. She's probably targeting the same, yeah. Let's do this. Then I can go siphon, I can go slash, and then I can overflow. Vulnerable. Overflow. Whoo! Dead next turn. Very dead. Very dead. Bye now. Defeat the Hunter Supreme. Okay, add a card to your deck. Let's say, let's get Arcane Shields again. That's pretty good. Gain a bonus. +1 mana every turn, +1 card draw every turn, or +1 rack size. This is sick. Very cool. I think we take the mana right now. So these gems, that's massive. And then you go through another one. Okay, guys, I could literally play this for hours, so I'm going to stop. This is already very long, but I think, this is awesome. This is very cool. If you guys want to see more of this, I would happily do it. So please let me know if you want to see more of this. I'll have links down below for you to check out for yourself. Of course, the game is available now. It's been in early access for a year. It's fully releasing into 1.0, so enjoy it. Thank you again for checking this out, guys, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.